2-year-old boy has been hospitalised with severe burns after being submerged in boiling water. The toddler, named Jimmy, also had meth in his system and suffered serious bruising. The boy's mother, 34-year-old Emma Jade Short, and a boyfriend, 40-year-old Rodney David Clough, who was also the baby's uncle, are facing criminal negligence charges. The incident occurred on the 8th of August, while staying at the Comfort Inn Manhattan Hotel in Adelaide, Australia. When Emma rushed the unconscious baby to the Blair Athol Medical Clinic, forensic paediatricians said that the toddler's injuries suggested that he had been submerged in boiling water, and that the bruises found around his neck suggested someone grabbed his shirt. Doctors also found traces of meth in the child's urine. Detectives said at the time, an investigation is underway to determine if the boy has suffered any brain injuries due to a lack of oxygen from being submerged in the water. Emma gave 2 accounts for how her son suffered serious burns. She initially told police that her son had accidentally turned on the sink tap, and the moment she noticed steam pouring out of the sink, she immediately turned on the cold water. Emma later told detectives that the baby was injured while in Rodney's care. She claimed that she'd gone out leaving the pair at home and returned to find a distraught Rodney with her unconscious son on the bed. In court, Emma's lawyer, Vajali Damu, sought home detention bail for Emma, arguing that the second account of the story was truthful. She said she was confused at the situation and upset, and she was in essence protecting herself due to the nature of whatever this relationship is with the co-accused, he said, and that she was not aware of what happened to the child, he added. If she had been aware, she wouldn't have left him in the care of Rodney. She wants to know what happened to her child, what appears to have happened repeatedly to her child causing these injuries, he said. She allegedly discussed fleeing the state on a bus to New South Wales with Rodney. Rodney even had a ticket booked. He was also denied bail. Rodney complained on Facebook on the 25th of June about his broken relationship with his family, saying it prompted his mother to evict him. So my mother won't let me live where I want because my younger brother has a problem with me. So she left my stuff out, and I don't live there anymore, he wrote. Now I contact my brother by courier, and again he doesn't answer. Mum does and tells me to leave Rex alone. He didn't do what you accuse him about and then leave it alone. Well, Mama, maybe let your sons figure it out for themselves and stop taking sides, because you did pick sides which made me and you fight, and ruin the little life we ever had. Jimmy spent 10 days in hospital receiving treatment for his injuries, before being discharged on the 18th of August. There's been no update on Jimmy's condition since his release. The investigation into the matter continues. 33-year-old Manuel Robledo is behind bars after being accused of fatally shooting 31-year-old Steven Segala outside a tattoo store. The incident occurred at around 4:30 p.m. on the 19th of August, when the authorities received reports of shots fired at 55,435 29 Palms Highway in Yucca Valley, California. When deputies arrived at the scene, they found Steven unresponsive and laying in the parking lot with multiple gunshot wounds. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators were able to identify Manuel as a suspect. During an area check, they found him driving a Dodge Durango, which was a stolen vehicle out of San Bernardino. Officers performed a felony stop and arrested Steven without incident. Manuel is charged with homicide. He was booked at the Central Detention Centre without bail. Antonio, Steven's brother, said Steven was recently released from spending 10 years in prison, and the prison had taken a lot of his good life away from him. Steven Segala was an ex-convict who dropped out of the 2-5 gang, and he ran a YouTube channel called Savage Studios. Apparently he was going back and forth arguing online with a member of a pretty big Southern California gang, and Segala told a gangster where he was, and challenged the gangster to show up so they could fight. The gangster then allegedly stole a car, and drove an hour from Riverside to Segala's location, the ironically named Smoking Guns Tattoo Shop in Yucca Valley, and blasted Segala to death in the parking lot. 18-year-old Gracie Riddle and 28-year-old Dustin Van Dyke have both been charged with first-degree murder of their infant. The authorities said that a family member tipped the investigators off at 9 p.m. on the 19th of August of an unreported death of a baby. The caller said the baby was buried in the backyard of a property located at 308 Moulton Spring Road in Irwin, North Carolina. The police said they have reason to believe that the tipster had known about this for a while and has only just reported it. Irwin Chief of Police Jonathan Johnson said, "I think this person just finally got to the point where his conscience got to him, and he decided he needed to talk about it and tell someone, and that's how we initially got the report. The police were able to get a search warrant and visited the property at 3 a.m. the following morning, and with the use of cadaver dogs, they located a badly decomposed baby's corpse in the backyard. The investigator said the death does not appear to be accidental. The gender and age of the child is unknown at this time. An autopsy to determine the cause of death is pending. The police said that based on the evidence and the interviews conducted during the course of this investigation, the mother and father of the infant have been charged with first-degree murder. Gracie and Dustin are held at the Harnett County Detention Center without bond. On the 21st of August, the authorities said that a preliminary investigation revealed that the baby died around Thanksgiving of 2021. The investigation is ongoing, and the authorities said that additional charges are likely.